Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is CycleGold, this is CycleGold Videos, and today we're diving right back into the world of Mob Psycho 100. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be checking out Episode 9. Last time on Mob Psycho 100, we actually had Mob go up against someone who couldn't exactly hold a candle to his flame, but he certainly held his own, and required Mob to push further than he's ever had to before. He was able to take him on one-on-one for a small amount of time, and then of course Mob stopped holding back, and it wasn't so much of a fair fight anymore. Mob absolutely obliterated the adult Esper who was coming after his brother, but unfortunately wasn't able to secure the win, as the other Esper used a tactic that Mob has not yet really encountered before, which is that he deceived him into thinking that he was going to try and attack him with a knife, which he would never have been able to get through his barrier that he put up. However, it wasn't actually a knife, it was actually some sleeping gas, which he was able to then knock Mob out, completely nullifying all of that ridiculous psychic power that he has coursing inside of his brain. As a result of which, Shinji's been essentially kidnapped, but Mob got some help in the form of his previous adversary, who now sports a fabulous blonde wig, and doesn't exactly blend in, but the two of them have now pinned up? The two of them have now teamed up and are working with Dimple, who is somehow still alive through all of this as a very weakened spirit. And the three of them are now going after the people who kidnapped Shinji, which I suspect is going to be a very interesting confrontation. Now, we know that this is an organization that goes out and looks for Espers and wants to use them to, I don't know, control the world from the shadows and thinks they're better than everyone else and blah 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 and standard typical villainy stuff, but the interesting thing is that they have the ability to awaken the latent psychic powers within people who are not actually going to be strong psychics, so they're essentially able to produce Espers from people who they want to become Espers. They're not as powerful or as strong as a pure Esper who is there, you know, has that power naturally. However, they make up for the fact that they're not as strong as a natural with their fact that there's a lot more of them, as obviously they're able to mass produce them, you know, to whatever standards they want, and are able to send them out together, so they are able to overwhelm other natural Espers if they encounter one who's powerful. But I don't think they've ever encountered an Esper like Mob. We will have to wait and see, but I think Mob is beyond anything that anybody has seen at this point, and that's the reason that they actually wanted him, because I still think that they've actually kidnapped the wrong brother, and they actually want Mob because they think that Shinji is Mob. I don't think they're confusing the two of them. I just think that the deeds that everybody's associating with white tea poison, obviously lots of people thought that was Shinji, and I think these guys do as well. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump straight into this episode and see what Mob Psycho 100 Episode 9 has in store for us. I think it's going to be very interesting to see these two team up and go after the organization that I think was called Claw from memory, so let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, these are the bad guys that we think kidnapped Shinji. Oh, there they are. Oh, okay, so there's more bad guys. What on earth is he, like, black and white? Oh, okay. Claw, 7th Division. Bum bum bum. Oh yeah, they've got scars as well. Oh, he thinks he's going to be able to get rid of him because he doesn't want. He doesn't want a rival or an enemy. That's interesting. You're going to end up. Yeah, exactly. You might as well fight him now. Oh, okay. So he wants to help now as well. Wait, what? How does he know? Oh, here we go. That was quicker. They suddenly look very serious. Oh, so that's what the scars represent. I see.
逆に捕まって拷問を受けているというこの事態に危機感を感じているなら早めに持っている情報を全部出した方がいいですね。吐いてる吐いてる。今言ったセリフ全部俺が吐いた情報でしょうが。
Oh, I would have preferred if we could have seen that. That would have been pretty good. Like, just see the two of them just obliterate his powers. They all get on together so well, clearly. Oh, okay. They don't look impressed. I like that guy who's got like a completely blocked head. I don't think this is going to end very well for him. Uh-oh. Oh, that didn't sound like a brainwashing. That sounded like... Yeah. I don't think he exists anymore, dude. Yeah, he's creepy. He's exceptionally creepy. Everybody else is shaking in fear, but Shinji still stood up. Even though he still... I think he's scared, but... You probably don't want to annoy him. He's not as powerful as Mob, but I wouldn't underestimate him. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, so he's going to try and fight them again, but this time he's actually going to fight them, whereas last time he must have just been beaten almost instantly. Whoa! Okay, those must be pretty strong to rip trees out from under their roots. I don't think you're worried about the right thing, dude. Oh, he got him. I thought he was faster than that. Oh, yeah, no, he isn't so lame after all. Oh. Okay. Right. Oh, okay. That's clever. But it doesn't work because those two can, yeah, they can communicate with each other. That's interesting. So of all the people they could have picked, that was literally the worst one they could have picked. He doesn't even... To be honest, dude, I don't remember your names, so that's fine. Yeah, their abilities aren't that strong, dude. Oh, incompetent, disposable lackeys. Feel the burn. I was gonna say... Oh, his powers just worked. Wait, what does he mean? I knew it. Oh, he now can do the air whips as well. That's pretty cool. Yeah, because you almost exercised him. But it's interesting that Dimple's now gonna go in and join them. Like, is he actually gonna do some stuff? This should be fun to watch. I mean, he is pretty weakened though, so I don't know how much use he's gonna be. Oh, she actually does seem to have some powers. Oh, and they're doing the clever thing of actually taking the cameras out as they go. Yeah, but by the time you get there, they might have escaped on their own. Oh, okay, so they're gonna try and go for a rematch. Yeah, so he is just gonna have a rematch. Oh, I thought they were all gonna go down and we were gonna see a big free-for-all. The mini-boss just appeared. Yeah, he looks like he's fired up and ready to go. Wait a minute, I'm very confused. What's about to happen? Is Mob gonna just take him out in like seconds? Oh, Mob is less than impressed this time. Oh, he's just, nope, you're not gonna move anymore. Whoa! What the hell? He was like... Oh. Well, I think he's dead. Yeah, I think that's the end of Koyama. Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's the end of the episode, but yeah, Kageyama's not holding back anymore. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mob Psycho 100 Episode 9. A fantastic ending there, and I'm really excited to check out Episode 10. The episode itself wasn't quite as hype as I thought it was going to be. I still thoroughly enjoyed the episode. I like seeing the two of them work together. I also found it interesting that Dimple is still working with them, even though it's obvious that he kind of does have an ulterior motive. Like when he possessed that guy, he couldn't have looked any more evil if he tried. And I love the fact that Mob isn't like pretending otherwise. He's like, no, Dimple is dangerous. Don't like let your guard down around him. He might be helping us for now, but he's probably going to try and betray us as soon as he gets the first opportunity. But Mob doesn't really care, because I think he's kind of demonstrating that Dimple is about as dangerous to him as if a fly flew into the room and tried attacking him. It's like Mob's been holding back in every fight we've seen, and he just obliterated that Esper just then in seconds. That was like, oh, I'm terribly sorry. Be gone. The rest of the episode I thought was great. It was great getting some backstory on Claw and seeing, you know, what the scars mean. I was right that the scars do have a significance. They apparently tried taking on the boss, who we haven't actually seen yet, as he's not in Japan. But obviously I'm imagining that the division leader is going to be pretty powerful in order to be the leader of all of those other Espers. But obviously this organization is worldwide. If he's not in Japan and he's back in the main headquarters, they must exist in several different countries. So I wonder if we'll get to see any other Espers come in and take the place of the ones that Mob's probably going to decimate in the next episode. I'm also very interested to see, you know, what's going to happen with Dimple in the long run. Will he actually turn out to be an ally? Will he have to save them at some point? Or will he end up betraying them? Or will he try and possess one of the others to try and, you know, claw back some of his psychic power? Because he is much, much weaker than when Mob went up against him originally and thought he had successfully exercised him. I really like to see the development of not the friendship as such, because I wouldn't exactly call them friends, but the interaction between the two Espers. I mean, I've really got to learn his name, but every time I think I remember it, it just escapes my mind, but I'm just going to have to keep calling him Blondie. But him and Mob seem to have this really cool dynamic at the moment, and he kind of knows that Mob can pretty much take anyone. You know, like he said, this battle was over the second that Mob actually decided that you were an enemy, and he just crushed that other guy between the two trees. And that was absolutely ridiculous. Like, the other guy didn't even stand a chance. That was just game over, dude. The only other thing that I must admit is a bit frustrating is I share his annoyance with Mob that, you know, he was fighting him, and it took him saying, whilst I'm, you know, distracting him, will you please do something? Because Mob does have a tendency to just kind of stand there and watch and wait until the last possible moment to actually use his own powers, which I completely get from his point of view, but like, they went there on the offensive, so you actually have to be on the offensive, and like he said at the end, it looks like Mob actually has understood that that is what he needs to do, and he even said that that was highly unexpected of Kageyama, which he was kind of like, oh damn, I didn't expect that from you at all, but I'm glad you did, because that means that we're going to have a much easier time now that you've decided to stop holding back. I also liked how Shinji was able to outsmart the guards, and he, you know, he's kind of like, he's gone back to his original personality. He's not being quite this conceited, angst-ridden teenager that he was kind of turning into, and I'm happy about that. And he's now able to use his powers without Dimple being inside of him, which is great. So fingers crossed that that means that he's going to slowly start, you know, getting better grips on how to control them, and he's going to be able to get the other kids out safely. The only downside is he's probably going to be escaping the facility as Mob goes down to where he is being held to try and rescue him, so Mob's probably going to have to then go out and try and find him again. But I'm looking forward to seeing Shinji, Mob, and Blondie all working together. Like, you got 3 fairly powerful espers there, so I imagine we're going to get a scene at some point where the 3 of them will be fighting side by side each other. Maybe even with Dimple as well, I don't know, but it'll be very interesting. I also find it amusing that when they were saying that Mob needed backup, and he said the Body Improvement Club, I actually thought he was going to say his master, like Regan, and I was like, no, that's not going to help you, dude, because he's a complete fake. But I kind of still think that Mob knows that, and the fact that he didn't think to go and get him to help him get his brother back makes me think that even more. Like, he does know that his teacher is fake. But I am surprised that Regan hasn't, like, called him or, you know, been wondering where he is, but I also suppose it's at night, so maybe he's not expecting him, I don't know. Either way, guys, that's probably going to do it for me for this particular episode. If you enjoy it, don't forget to give a thumbs up, leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought of this episode. I can't wait to check out the next episode, and as always, if you want to check out the next episode, it is already available over on Patreon, so feel free to go check my Patreon page out, links in the description below. That's going to be it from me, guys. As always, I am Psycho Gold, and I will see you in my next video. Psycho Gold, out.